Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am doing a very requested video once again, a day in the life of a day trader. I feel like a lot of people have this misconception that trading is all Lambos and champagne and nice purses, but the reality is a lot of us live a very regular lifestyle. So I am gonna walk you guys through my routine, everything that I do, how I build my watch list, how I trade, a little bit of the market sentiment, and how I balance this with my regular life. So let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 4 a.m. and I have to really be quiet because my fiance and my dog are sleeping. But the first step is going to be going to the gym. So let's go and get ready. Also, ignore my sty. We actually have a doctor's appointment today to get this fixed. So that'll be really exciting because that is really annoying. Let's go. I literally said I didn't want to be too loud because my fiance is sleeping and I just heard him make coffee. So I guess he's up. I guess the only one sleeping is just little Lou. But anyways, I am ready to go. I'm just waiting for my mom to pick me up. She usually picks me up at around 4:30 or so. We're going a little earlier today at 4 a.m. just because we have a couple things to do in the morning. And yeah, let's go. You're up early. Good morning.
Hi.
What are we watching? It is so early.
The longest soon at NPT.
Interesting. Are you looking to sell pre-market too?
Yes, we're gonna lock profits and already locked in a third.
Nice. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So dark out, I can literally see the moon. Oh my gosh. I don't feel tired. I honestly feel ready to go. Oh, don't miss a step. I don't know. I'm just a morning person. I understand if you're not. There's a lot of people that aren't morning people. That's okay. Go in the afternoon or at least just take care of your health in any way possible. And that's it. Quiet down. We are finally done. The discipline of waking up at 4:30, it helps me because if I can do hard things in the morning, the odds are I'm gonna be able to do hard things at the desk too. Trading is very emotionally and physically challenging, so the more that I can get my life outside of the markets disciplined, it's almost like the more disciplined I'm gonna be in trading. And look at how beautiful the sun is. Last time I did this, it was winter and so cold. Now we're finally onto better days. Making breakfast. The sun, it's gonna be 85 degrees today. I am so excited. But anyways, making arepas and eggs. I do count the grams. I love to know. Everything around me is all under control, so that's perfect. If you haven't watched my last one, I burnt the arepa. That's like a corn tortilla, but I basically burnt it and I ended up eating it. So if you haven't watched it, make sure to go watch it. We'll make a better one today. So while I'm getting ready, I remember you guys said I took a little too long in my last get ready one. Sorry, I won't do that again. This time I'm going to talk about the market. A little bit of the market sentiment today is June 9th. We had a lot of runners yesterday. We had INHD that went from $1 to 65. That is unbelievable. And right now I believe it's halted. It got T12. meaning it is a very sketchy company, so they halted it for weird activity. Now we have to pretty much see what's going to happen and when they're even going to open it. There's a lot of people that are still short selling these stocks, and the problem with it is if you're short selling and you're paying overnight fees, it's all going to add up. So say the stock is halted for unusual activity for the next 2 months, people are going to have to pay overnight fees every single day for the next 2 months, and then maybe even longer, because they're borrowing those shares from the broker. We've had a lot of crazy moves. We also had NPT yesterday, and then we had TDIC, and then Soon, SUNE. If you go back to these charts, they all have one thing in common. They only ran yesterday. TDIC did run a few weeks ago. I am looking for stocks that have follow through, that follow patterns over a period of weeks. I'm not looking for something that runs one day and then doesn't follow through in the next coming days. So that's been the trend that we've been seeing for the past month or two, where things just don't hold. What I'm looking for is, say these stocks run today. I am looking for them to set up in the next couple of days and then have a re-breakout, and then provide a breakout, a first red day, panic dip buy, and a first green day in the coming days. So that is the framework that I am looking for. I'm not looking for a one-day run. Yes, I trade them to kind of stay consistent and make like 300, 500, but I'm not trading them for the actual pattern itself. I'm only trading them just to be consistent and make a little bit money here and there and have consistent gains. What I really want to see is for stocks to start holding, and then the breakout, that's when you can really size up. When there's a level holding and then there's triggers, and then when they break certain levels and then they go higher, I'm not looking for one that just kind of like breaks out and then holds for a little bit like HUBC the other day. No, I'm looking for ones that have more than just one day of follow through. So for example, it runs today, starts holding around here, re-breaks, and then holds, and then re-breaks again, and then has multiple days of continuation so that it can provide a good first red day. I'm not going to be shorting them, but I want to see the framework come together. And that's been the problem with all of these stocks lately, is they don't really provide that follow through for the coming days. So it's very hard to trade if they're not going to continue and build the patterns that we are used to. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to trade. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to take any trade at all. It just means that I'm going to take my gains a lot quicker, because I know that odds are the move is going to come right back to where it started very quickly, maybe even on the same day. It kind of like makes me adapt to a more singles mindset, where I'm not waiting for these stocks to keep going like 4, 5, 6 days in a row. I'm not really looking for a bigger move. Maybe in the past I have, because the market conditions allowed me to, but in this situation, I am honestly just looking for that consistent gain, take it into strength, and then just leave. Take 10, 15, 20%, and then just leave, because they're gonna come right back down. The good trades are when they hold and you're just waiting for them, you're anticipating it, you get it before the breakout, and then you have it during the breakout, and then they continue for a few several days so that you can then take it for the next few patterns. Those are the good ones, but we haven't been seeing a lot of follow through. You know, it's very hard to hold on to these stocks if they aren't really following through. That's been the market sentiment for the past few months. You need a lot more discipline in this market, because if you hold on too long, you're going to take a way bigger loss than you ever wanted. What we really want to do is just take our gains for now, and then see if the market gets better and we start seeing real good momentum stocks. That's when we can change our mindset. But for now, it is going to be conservative, and then maybe in the next day in the life that I make, maybe we're going to have a better market where we're not going to have such sporadic moves where they just move one day and then they give everything back. We're going to instead see something with more follow through. So hopefully my next day in the life, we have a little bit more momentum. Let me just show you. These are my percent gainers on the day. In the red, H means that they are halted. Let me just show you a little bit. This is CCTG. It literally halted to the downside. Let's see what happens when it unhalts. And then this, it just opened so weak that of course is going to give like a relief bounce, and then ideally it could be a short. I don't think I'll be taking it short, but it is worth watching it. And soon it just looks like it's losing a lot of volume. There's not really a lot of trades going through, so it is very slow, and I'm not really watching that because I like liquid stocks. And for this one, again, same thing, that relief bounce in the morning, because it literally went from 7 all the way back down to the 2s. So that is some insane moves. Here is my watch list for the day. For now, there are no trades. I am frankly watching to see how these hold. Oh, CCTG just halted up. But still, I feel like all of these halts are a little bit too tough to trade. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, but this is actually one of the scariest days. Like CCTG, that's crazy. From 5 all the way to 4 in one candle. RGNT, same exact thing. In AZI, it did have that relief bounce. I don't know what it's going to do, but I am not trying to long something with this much overhead resistance. It literally goes from 12 to 4. That's crazy. And then POVs, it did go up, but then it didn't really have a good entry for it. It goes from 4 to 2 all the way to 8. Like, what is it going to do now? I could easily go back to the 2s in a second. So no trades for me. This is actually a very crazy market, and I would rather stay away from all of this movement. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And it is okay not to trade. It is also okay to think that the market's a little bit insane for now. There's going to be better days. That's crazy. Like, I literally did the day in the life, and then we have like the craziest market ever. But sometimes that's just how it is. We can't predict the market. We don't know what it's going to do. These could easily start to hold though, and then provide continuation for the coming days. But right now, with this much volatility, I don't want to be halted down and then I am losing so much money. That's not really what I'm looking for. At least I'm not short selling, because if these were to go up in one candle the same amount, that could literally be me owing my broker or me losing so much money. So I want to stay away from this kind of action. Now, I think I'm just going to leave. I don't want to be tempted to trade anything. So I'm going to go, I'm going to make lunch, and then I'm going to get rid of the sty. Came to get rid of my sty. I need emotional support. I'm scared. They're going to inject me. Right, Dad? Yeah, they're going to inject it. Because I guess they have to like dry out whatever's inside of it.
Oh.
So,
Pimple or something?
ew, yeah, like a pimple.
That's disgusting.
No, what? Like full-on surgical procedure. What? So I'm gonna try not to show my eye as much. I was literally laying down on a surgical table and the lights were so bright, and then they told me that the numbing shot was going to be the one that was going to hurt me the most. So I was so scared. I told the nurse to hold my hand, so she held my hand, and then I could hear them cutting into like my skin underneath, and then he flipped my eye. I guess that didn't hurt, like nothing hurt, but then I like smelled when they were cauterizing the edges of it, and now it's all good. It is crazy though. Let me know in the comments what surprised you the most about my life and a day trader's life, just in general. Let me know in the comments. I'm always so curious to see what you guys actually think of the videos that I make, and I read all of them. And if you want more behind the scenes of content like this, make sure to subscribe too.